Okay, divine counterparts. So Source wants for commitment here. Source wants for you both to be committed to each other. We, of course, know that when you all come back into each other's lives, you're not going to jump straight into commitment and automatically. No, we understand that you have to first start off as friends, take this, gradual, slow, of course, get to know each other, spend time, and then, of course, have this lead to marriage. But this is what they want. They want you two to be committed to each other. They want the next steps is for this to lead to marriage, because they know that you will be devoted to each other, that you will both be affectionate and attentive and loyal to each other. The same way, divine feminine, you have been so loyal to your divine masculine. This is what Source wants for your divine masculine to be for you. Okay, this is what Source wants for you, divine masculine. They want you to tie up these loose ends with these third party karmics here. Tie up those loose ends. And you want me to say that? The same way that you was just able to just drop your divine feminine like she was, like they were nothing to you, and then just go off and just do your own thing. If you could do that to your divine feminine, you could do that to these people too. Right? Oh, but that's going to be mean. You did it to them? You did it to them? Okay. Listen, you may not have to necessarily do it the same way that you did it to them. You may, of course, do it in a more mature manner, but tie up those loose ends. Go on to the next phase of your life, because you will not find fruit dealing with these people. Okay? You will not bear fruit dealing with these people. You think that, listen, the reason as to why your finances are not up to par, not where you want them to be, is because you're constantly entertaining other connections that you don't need to be entertaining. We done told you multiple times that you need to leave those people alone and go towards your divine feminine, but your ass is hard-headed. That's what the fuck is going on. We need you to release your ego. Release your ego and stop trying to find people that want to fit your flesh, fit your ego. You feel like you have something in common with them. Let me tell you, opposites attract. Opposites attract, because whatever it is that you lack, your divine feminine has. Whatever it is that your divine feminine lacks, you have. You ever realize how you go to these other people, these other connections, and you don't feel like it's an equal balance? Because it's not. You need to, instead of trying to spend all these times up in these motherfuckers' face, why don't you go ahead and just spend some time alone? Spend some time in solitude. Go near water. Go in nature. Allow God to speak to you. Allow yourself to hear God's voice. Drop the ego before they drop it for you. Stop thinking in this lack mindset as if you have to have more. No, all you have to do is show up as yourself. You don't need more money. You don't need that. You don't need more money. You just need a higher frequency. You don't need more money. Divine feminine is going for you too. You don't need more money. You just need a higher frequency. Part two. You don't need more money. You just need a higher frequency. When you aligned with a higher frequency, your increased frequency, when you drop the ego, that is what's going to bring everything to you. You know this. But you know what, divine masculine? What you're doing is you're constantly sitting there staring at your phone. You're staring at them. You're watching them from afar. And you see all these tears and all of this stuff on this phone because you're being triggered, because you're feeling insecure, because you know the fact that you know that they know what's going on with you and they did not have to tell you. And you're wondering why this is happening. It's because this is the other half of your soul, baby. You can run from this connection, but you cannot hide from this connection, baby. Stop trying to run. You really think that you can avoid communicating with them and that your life will progressively get better? It will not. I'm not even finna say it no more. I'm not even finna say it, because you already know what you need to do. All of this time and energy that you spend sitting there watching them from afar, looking at them because it's fun to you, it's more fun. You're self-sabotaging. You're making this longer and more difficult than what it needs to be. You don't need to review more facts. You don't need more information. You already know what the fuck to do. And what do you need to do? You need to step forward. You need to take action. Let me tell you something, baby. Because listen, if you can take action towards those third parties, towards these other people, if you had the time to spend time with these other people, collabing with everybody else, going with everybody else, and spending time with everybody when you want to spend time with others, you want to fuck everybody else, but you can't sit up there and go to your divine feminine that Source has been telling you. Don't sit up there and try to play me with no bullshit about, oh, I don't have the time. You do have the time. You're just choosing what you want to prioritize. And because you thought you could go ahead and do what the fuck you want to do, Source is saying like, okay, well, you know what? No, that's done. That's it. That's over. because you had the time to come towards your divine feminine. You had the time to come towards them, but no, you want to entertain these other people that don't know about your history, these other people that don't know about other things that you've been dealing with. Yeah, you jump from third party to third party. You jump from third party to third party. And you see what just happened? You constantly get smacked in the fucking face because you don't want to listen. You want to just be hard-headed. You want this security. You want this happiness. You want this bliss. You want this joy. You're not going to find it with these people. No. Yeah, you can have fun, but that's no. You're going to only get satisfaction, temporary satisfaction, but you're not going to receive fulfillment. You want this happiness. You want this security. You want this success because your finances ain't been booming right now. You want this financial success. You want this security and success. Then go towards your divine feminine. Go towards her. Take action. Go towards them. Take action. Here we go. Divine counterparts, still in separation, yearning, missing each other, wanting to be with each other. You know, we're sitting here trying to make humor of the situation, trying to laugh things off, trying to make ourselves feel better, trying to just make humor in light of the situation to let you know, like, yeah, baby, we kind of getting tired of you taking so long, but just come on. Just come on. Just come on. Let's go. Let's go. Listen. Be spontaneous. Be spontaneous. Do something unexpected. Do something unexpected. Reach out. Reach out to them. Because when you do this, when you do something unexpected and you reach out and you take action, then unexpected things will follow. You want that? You want to turn over a new leaf? You want things to come towards you? Then you have to take the action first to have these things happen. Stop being this secret admirer, just being this obsessed person, just watching from afar, just watching from, the sidelines, trying to not be seen. Why? And all of this energy that you're investing into watching them, you can actually invest all this energy into actually talking to them. Wouldn't you think it'd be better if you actually talking with them on the phone or face to face or seeing them instead of you just sitting there doing that? Air signs, we're talking about you, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You like music, all of those music that you listening to that's constantly reminding you of them. Yeah, that's real. Those signs and synchronicities that you are getting from these music, from the song lyrics that's resonating with your situation is real, because the situation is real. You hit the jackpot with this one, baby. Your divine counterpart, your divine feminine is your jackpot. You cannot get any better than this. This is your jackpot. This is your winning. This is your winning person. This is your pot of gold. This person is worth more than rubies, but yet you hit the jackpot and thought you could get something bigger. Sometimes what happens when you go gamble and you hit a bunch of money and then you think, okay, maybe I should just go ahead and just take this now. No, let me go ahead and just try some more. And then you end up losing everything. That's exactly what this. You got the jackpot and you fumbled with it. You thought you can get something bigger than that. No, you can't get bigger than the jackpot, baby. Meditate. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition. You are very intuitive. Your intuition is telling you this, but no, you do not want to listen. And if you want to calm all of those racing thoughts in your mind, then meditate. Get into some stillness. Get into some nature. Sit out in the sun gaze, mirror gaze. Listen to some meditative music. Sit there, listen, and allow those racing thoughts to calm. Because this is not just for you. This is for the community. This is to help the elevation of the planet. But your selfish ass want to just sit up there and not have this planet elevate. What about your children? What about your children's children? It's for them. It's for them too, right? So do what you need to do. Do what God has called you to do, not what you want to do. What needs to happen is discipline needs to be taking place. You need to take the discipline. Whatever source has been calling you to do and urging you to do, just take the action. Just be disciplined in what source has been calling you to do. And what is that discipline? What is it that you need to do? Movement. Movement. Taking action. Yeah, you can move to go to those people to go collab with them. You can move to go to these people to sit up in their fucking face and sit up here and try to be with them and, fuck on these other people, but you can't move to what God has called you to do. You can move to every other goddamn thing you want to do, but you don't want to move towards your Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, your Empress, your High Priestess. You don't want to move? Or you just got comfortable just sitting where you are thinking you want to just sit there and settle? No. You need to move for the elevation of the planet. You realize why the planet is just feeling like we're just feeling like we're stuck. We're feeling like we're stagnant. Yes. We all feeling this energy. Movement needs to happen. The divine feminines is moving. We constantly moving. It's y'all asses that want to just sit there. This message of love, this expression of love, how you feel, this is what you need to do. You need to move forward and express your love to these people. Express your truth. Pour your heart out. The same way that they poured their heart out to you is the same way that you can pour your heart out to them. When they poured their heart out, you listened, you were there. They're going to be the same way. They're going to be all ears. So go ahead. Just pour your heart out. You are going to feel better when you're outspoken and expressive and you're upfront, because listen, you were upfront about everything. So why don't you go ahead and just, damn, they want me to say grow some balls and just go ahead and just be upfront about it. When you go ahead and you follow those steps and you express this love, whatever it is that you've been manifesting is going to come towards you. You're going to start manifesting things. Things are going to just start to flow to you. You're going to be so happy. You're going to be celebrating. You're going to be like, oh, I'm so glad that I listened to my intuition. I'm so glad that I followed my steps. Drop this fucking deception. Stop lying to yourself. That's the thing. You're not being deceptive to them. You're being deceptive to your own fucking self. You're being deceptive to yourself. Trying to lie to yourself about how I don't feel nothing for them. I don't like them. I don't this. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Stop lying to yourself. And that's why you so stressed out, because you lying to nobody but your damn self. Don't nobody else give a damn if you like, listen, everybody else, if you come back and tell them the truth, they're going to be like, oh, okay, cool. Well, what was all that about? All right, cool, whatever. They're going to support you regardless. But you digging yourself into a deep hole all because you want to lie to yourself. You don't realize that you self-sabotaging. You're not grounded. You settling. You're bored. And you're just falling into temptation all because you're bored, because you're not prioritizing yourself. You're not valuing yourself. You spending all your time with all of these friends, but you don't want to seek forgiveness. You don't want to ask for forgiveness. You don't want to heal. To get yourself out of this stalemate, out of this, this stagnant energy, to get yourself out of this is going to require you to move. Because listen, there are so many things going on. There are so many things going on behind the scenes that you don't even know about, that you don't even see. And they're just waiting for you to take those steps. And when you take those steps, what's going on behind the scenes, divine intervention can help you to usher this transformation of your life. What you're avoiding is the transformation of yourself. What you're avoiding is the transformation of yourself. You see how they're fine because they already confessed their feelings to you. They already expressed their love to you. They've already transformed. Now it's up to you. It's up to you now. They are in this independent energy, loving themselves, doing what they're doing. They're going with the flow of their own soul. They're in, they're in tune with themselves. They're going with the flow. They're not forcing anything. They're being. They're in their Empress energy. They're just allowing source and life to just work through itself. They're just following the guidance of source. And yes, they have had this glow up, a massive glow up. And you're definitely surprised to see how much they have grown up in the absence of you. But you know what that was? You abandoning them, you leaving them, you ghosting them. They turned all of that pain and alchemized it into power. And that's exactly how they got stronger. You holding this up. You holding it up. And you know why you know exactly that you're holding this up, because you're holding yourself up. You're holding them up. Listen, you only holding yourself up. Go to your Empress. Your Empress is sitting here in their Empress energy, ready to receive. Listen, your Empress is not going to chase after you no more. I'm sorry, if that's what you waiting on, if you thinking, oh, maybe if I just wait a little bit longer, they'll reach out. No, fuck that. We're not doing that shit no more. Because every single time we reached out, you ignored. You didn't respond. So why the fuck would we do that shit to ourselves again? No, hell no. They are in their receiving mode. They are attracting what they want. They're not chasing anything anymore. And that's the problem. You wanted to be the Empress when you're the Emperor. No. More growth. This is going to help you to grow. You coming towards them. You expressing your love. You doing what God has told you to do. This is how you're going to learn some lessons. This is how you are going to elevate. You realize this is not over. You cannot avoid this. You have to go face them. No matter how much you try to avoid it, no matter how much you try to, your throat chakras is blocked, you dealing with throat issues, you coughing, you hacking, whatever the case is because you ain't speaking your truth. Why you sitting here in this slump? Why don't you just get yourself out of this slump, take the action to just go talk to him? That's the only way. That makes logical sense, right? It's common sense, right?